Thursday, I noted in recent weeks the Air Force has scrambled jets to intercept intrusions by Russian military aircraft near U.S. airspace in Alaska. Well, on Saturday, it happened again. According to the Defense Department, Russian reconnaissance planes entered the Alaska Air Defense Identification Zone and lingered for 8 hours. Obviously, this is just the latest in a series of escalations from Putin's regime. Meanwhile, China has resumed its submarine intrusions into Japanese contiguous zones and picked deadly fights with India at high altitude. North Korean state media has stepped up its unhinged anti-American rhetoric, reportedly declaring over the weekend the nuclear war was, quote, the only option left. And Iran has issued a warrant for the arrest of the President of the United States because we took the mullah's top terrorists off the battlefield back in January. Our adversaries are as intent as ever in undermining peace, disrupting commerce, and threatening American citizens, our interests, and our allies wherever and whenever possible. So this year's National Defense Authorization Act is as urgent and important as it's been for 60 consecutive years. Thanks to Chairman Inhofe and Ranking Member Reid, the legislation we'll consider is already the product of exhaustive bipartisan effort. It includes 229 bipartisan amendments adopted by our colleagues on the Armed Services Committee. It may include more amendments before we finish with it here on the floor. But the primary missions of the legislation are already clear. On the home front, it will increase pay for service members, reform the military housing and healthcare systems, and increase transparency in Pentagon budgeting, hiring, and acquisition. Around the world, it will make clear our commitments to our allies in Europe and the Pacific. Invest in key technologies from biotechnology to hypersonics, and make sure that our men and women in uniform have the tools to remain the greatest fighting force in world history. So, Mr. President, I'm grateful to our committee colleagues for giving the Senate the opportunity to set strong priorities for our national defense. Our job now is to follow their example, work together in a bipartisan way, and pass the NDAA on behalf of our men and women in uniform and the nation they protect.